So every time you move to a new country, especially if you don't speak the language, you're inevitably going to have some moments where there's a misunderstanding that occurs. I've had a couple of those moments already happen at the grocery store. So the first moment, I don't know if it's really a cultural difference, but it was sort of surprising. But I went up to the cash register to buy some wine, for a casual dinner with the roommates. And when the woman was checking out, she says in German, well, what? How old are you? And I was like, oh, and I pulled out my passport to show her my ID. And keep in mind that the drinking age here is not 21, it's 16 for beer and wine. And so she didn't even think I was 16, which was, I guess probably a good thing for future me, but that was quite shocking. It's also shocking because coming from France, you're almost never carded in France, even if you do look kind of young. And so it was very surprising. The vlog is called Madeline. Hello everyone, welcome to Madeline in Zurich, episode 2, where Madeline is actually in Zurich. Yes! I made it finally. So I spent about 2 months in Europe before actually moving to Zurich. I was in England, France, and in France for a long time. But then I got an apartment. I just moved in this last week. So I've moved into my new apartment. It's beautiful. You'll be seeing a video of it right now. You walk in and on the entry floor, there's my room and my roommate Tammy's room. Well, not technically roommate, flatmate, I guess I could say. And then downstairs, you see the big common area with a kitchen and a living room. And there's actually a beautiful terrace outside that gets the sun in the afternoon. And so it's really spacious, really nice. I love my roommates so far. You're not gonna meet them in this video, but I promise you will meet them at some point during this year. It's been so nice that my roommates have helped me get set up here. They've helped me get some stuff at IKEA. They helped me go to the Kreisbüro, which is like the regional government office where I had to get registered. And so a lot of things have felt so overwhelming. So I've been so grateful to have my flatmates here who could help me get settled. And so things have been progressing. I've been getting those boxes checked off of everything you need to do when you first move to a new country. I also got to go into the office for the first time this week. And so after working remotely for about a month and a half, it was really nice to meet all of my colleagues in person. I'm working in the Jacob Center, which is a research center at the University of Zurich. But I'm also working with economics professors. So I actually have 2 offices. They're both shared offices with other research assistants, but one office is at the Jacob Center, the research center, and the other office is at the econ department at the University of Zurich. And so the University of Zurich econ department is actually right in the center of Zurich and near the lake. It's really beautiful. But then the Jacob Center Research Center is closer to where I live in Ehrlichon in the north of Zurich. So it's been really fun. There definitely still is COVID precautions everywhere. You have to wear masks when you're going somewhere in the office. You don't actually have to wear it when you're at your desk, but anytime you meet with someone, go in the hallway, you have to wear a mask. You wear a mask on public transportation, and people are encouraged to work from home a lot of the time. And so it still does have that kind of dampened COVID feeling, which I think most people in the world are feeling. And my roommates also are at least partially working from home right now. So people are still taking those precautions, but I do have the option to go into the office, which is very nice. So today we're gonna have a little Swiss German language lesson, and you're gonna learn right along with me because I know almost nothing in Swiss German. But basically Swiss German is a type of German that is spoken in the generally eastern part of Switzerland, which is where Zurich happens to be. Now, Swiss German is not like a formal written language. And so from what I've understood, you can write it, but there's no one right way to write things in Swiss German. So it's more of a casual spoken language. But then most people well, everyone in Switzerland in the school system also learns High German, and High German is what they speak in Germany. So it's more of the formal grammatical version of German. But, you know, when you're out on the street, you will hear people speaking Swiss German. And so I'm going to teach you some of the phrases that I've learned, and you'll actually hear one word that you probably have already heard before. So a basic Swiss German word that is very useful is Grüezi. And people who are watching this who speak Swiss German, feel free to correct me on that pronunciation. But Grüezi is just like a greeting, like good day. Another phrase that is quite useful is Ngueta, and that sort of means bon appetit. We don't even really have a word in English, we just use the French version, but Ngueta is what you could say before starting a meal. And the word that you may have heard before is muesli. So muesli, you might say in a more American accent, but the granola kind of thing, muesli, actually Swiss German. I've been here for a week and gotten a lot of things checked off, but you know, there's always one more administrative thing that you have to do, another kind of insurance, another appointment, another document you have to scan. And so it definitely is exhausting. And the thing that makes it additionally challenging is, you know, most of the forms, a lot of the papers you get are completely in German. And obviously you can Google Translate, but it definitely is overwhelming to feel like, oh my gosh, like I can't read this, I don't know what this means, and you know, there's something I have to do, there's some obligation I have, but I can't even read this. And you know, at the bank, it was pretty hilarious that the person working there was explaining something to me, and he's showing me like these different options for my bank plan. And he's like, oh, we don't have like this in English, but I'll just explain it to you. So there's literally someone working I'm at his mercy. I can't read this German explanation. You know, he's just telling me how it works, and I just have to believe him because I can't verify for myself in that moment. So it definitely is overwhelming. As you can see, I have a lot of blank space on the walls, so I wanted to request to all of my viewers out there that if you would like, I would love for you to send me some kind of art. Could be a postcard, could be a drawing or a painting or a photograph of us, any kind of something I could put on the wall. I would love to have from you, / I'd love to be your pen pal and get letters from you. And so I'm not going to put my address publicly in this video. However, if you would like to send me a photo or a postcard or something, just send me a message to my email or a DM, and I'll send you my address. And I would love to have some visual representation of you on my wall to remind me of home and all my friends around the world. So with that, thanks again for watching. It's been an exciting, crazy, tiring week. Thank you for all of your messages of encouragement and love, and I can definitely tell you things are going super well, and I miss all of you and love all of you very much. Okay. Here's another German word. You can say tschüss, which means bye. Tschüss.